Impromptu stream. I decided this weekend that I was going to try to start streaming just early week as I get things ready. I told the Discord about it. No one else really. I spent the morning really trying to figure out how to connect Twitch and YouTube to the Discord. Gave up because I'm still a boomer in some ways. And yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm just collecting data and updating the database. So if anyone wants to come in and ask questions or chat, that's what this is. Let's try and figure out a view here. Here we go. That looks about right. That's what I'm up to. If you got questions, let me know. I don't imagine many people will show up because I literally didn't tell anyone about it. And it's like the middle of the day, but I got to get this done so that I can... I actually have a shoot ton of actual work to do today. I got plumbing issues in my house that I have to deal with, but this has to be done. So that's what we're up to. And turn on some music too. There we go. What have I done? I got most of the data in here. I'm just trying to set it up now. I just updated week 12. So everyone that was missing from week 12 is now in there. Turns out they actually had one extra instead of missing one, but whatever. There we go. I actually, at some point this weekend, hey Connor, what's up? I spent some time rebuilding this thing. I didn't like the way the seasonal trends tab was doing it. So it's a really awkward mix. You know what I mean? I want a database, but at the same time, I want it to be user-friendly, which means I have to have things in there just in case you want to look at it at some point. And you don't want to have to import it or calculate it yourself. But at the same time, that creates an excessive number of columns. If it was just me, I could import or create it whenever I needed to. But anyway, my main stats I'm getting from an app Matt Spencer built for me using the RotoViz behind-the-scenes servers using NFL FastR. But some of the advanced stuff isn't coming in on there, so I go and collect expected points from RotoViz and some receiving stats and some passing stats and some opportunity stats from RotoViz. I've also managed to get into Tanho, also a DLF nerd, his GitHub, and we've got to do that actually. I've got to go open up R and download his advanced. He does an advanced scrape of PFR so we can get yards before and after contact and some passing stats like bad throw rate and stuff. So I got to do that next. But I got most of the other stuff in here. Then I just have to populate the main player tab, which is over here, which is what you just saw me doing when I first came on stream. It's this thing. I keep it running a few weeks behind just so if there's any updates, like a player wasn't listed on RotoViz or something in week 12 or week 11, I can actually update it without having to redo all the index matches, shall we say. And yeah, that's it. Let me see. Yeah, we got to do Tan's thing. So I guess we'll do some coding. What's up, Connor, bud? How you doing? It's just me and you, I think. That's about it. I'm not posting it on Twitter. I just posted it in the Discord. And it's, in the middle of the day, so I assume everyone's working. Don't get too excited. I can't code yet, but I do know some basics. So, I can just about do enough to get, steal Tan's work, basically. That's what I can do. What day is it? It's the 7th? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, whoops. We need his rushing and his passing stats. And then I need to create a CSV because, that's about as far as I go. It's really weird how it's hard to talk and listen to music at the same time. I'm gonna have to turn it off. Yeah, that should do it. I've just about learned the right CSV command. That's what I've learned in R so far. I can steal Tan's R files and then use it to create a CSV. That's it. Also, I can run Matt's app because he taught me how to do that. He gave me some basic code to run to do it, to be fair. All right. So did that work? Let's see now. Yeah, sure. Just enough R. What you do is you go to Tan's GitHub and you download his RD files. That's the R files. And then you go to R, which you downloaded in the hopes of one day learning it, and you type write.csv bracket the file you just downloaded from Tan. And then create a username for a file name for it. Looks like the rush worked. The pass didn't because I got a space in here. Okay. Using the pass data to write a pass file. Well, I got this one to work. That's something. We can plug that in. I got too many open at this point. Okay. There we go. Is exactly 6 entries on advanced rushing stats for week 13, because that's just the way PFR rolls. Okay. We can update all of it, really. What? What did I mess up there? No, that's right. No, it's not right because I'm in the past. Damn it. These are rushing stats. I did download the history that Tan's got of it as well, which is why I'm having to be careful because I want to push this database back as far as I can in the off season. So while I was there, I just grabbed it all. Yeah, I don't know how much this makes sense on the StreamYard image, on the way they let me set up the stream of. So what you can see, your view, damn it, your view. Anyway. All right, so we got rushing. Now I just have to figure out why the passing wasn't working. Created it, but not as a CSV file. All right. Pass 2021, pass underscore 2021. All right, well, that should work, damn it. I forgot. That's right. Could you even hope to see that? Yeah. No, you can't see it. I forgot to put in the file name I created. I forgot to add .csv. That's literally why I didn't create. That's how basic our skills are right now. If you're wondering. I think statistics. We have one entry for week 13. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it, I guess. We'll at least get an update in week 12. Yeah, look, some extra week 12 data. Nice. All right. So that's advanced passing stats, advanced rushing stats, stolen from Tanho's GitHub. We can just save that. We don't need R anymore. We're not R people around here. And I could use the CPU space if you could. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, we updated the schedule and the results and the Vegas lines and the expected points and week 13 stats. Here's some things I did to the seasonal tab, which is basically what we've most of the time spend our time looking at, because weekly data is too much to take in at once. But the reason this is different than the main database, other than it only being 3 or 4 years long instead of 23 years long, is that we have the week-to-week data in here, and it creates the seasonal data. But I put full season numbers up front because I figure people, and I most of the time, just want to know how many points and yards overall a player has before getting to the quick access, which is most of the stats I tend to look at, basically. Yeah. That's basically the ones I look for. And then you've got the most recent week, which I have to update to week 13. There we go. Their rank and expected points and PPR points, because I'm often looking for those quickly. Their season long ranks. And I removed some of those because some of the, XXP rank was interesting, but I was never using it. It was just creating extra columns. Their Whopper rank, I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out, right? You just sort by Whopper and position if you really need it. So I just removed it just because I'm trying to cut down columns to stop overwhelming people. But it's like this. Like, I want seasonal splits. Some of the things I calculate and look at as I go along, especially in the off season, are about what players did at the start and the end of the season. So I've got these seasonal splits and PPR points, first 8 weeks and second 8 weeks. You don't need to see them. Normally I end up deleting it in the update. But if I have it pre-built, it's really easy. So I just keep it there and keep it hidden. After the ranks, we go to the advanced stats, which is just yards per team attempt, yards per snap. Some of the ones in the quick reference, but Dominator that people like to look at, opportunity score that I've been asked about before, overall yards per touchdown, yards before and after contact, because I have to do some things to make them. And this is all per game, I think. Yeah, it's per game. Same with NFL expected points, which is different than RotoViz expected points because we can't think of more than one name, apparently. And now my color order is messed up. Okay. Turn that blue, turn that orange, turn that blue. Blue. Orange. No one cares about the color except for me, and I care about it obsessively, so there we go. Then we've got just stats about expected points, so you can see for running backs what's coming from receiving game, what's coming from the rushing game. That's all per game, because once we go past the quick reference, it's per game section. And then I've got the same stats that are at the very start, touches, yards, and touchdowns in all 3 phases of the game, and PPR points, and standard points and half-point PPR points, but now they're per games, which is normally where I end up looking, but it's not. If I'm just talking about a player quickly, I don't necessarily want to talk about that per game, because I have to understand, what games they missed and how many. So just looking overall, how many passes, how many passing yards. I thought more people would be interested in the overall seasonal numbers, so I've gone ahead and moved those up front. Created extra columns, and I deleted extra columns on the back end for it. Now over here, I don't know how much people look at this section, but it actually took a little bit of, I think, fancy Excel wizardry to make it auto-populate, in that I've got the last 5 weeks count in cells based on the week I tell it is. And it goes and looks up their targets, snap percentage, their target share, just so you can see the pattern over the last 5 weeks. I did have columns in here that did a fancy little graphic to let me know if they were what the trend line looked like, but Google Sheets won't fuck with that, so I gave up on it. And I just realized I had 2 expected points per game, so I added expected points per opportunity instead of per game, as well as fantasy points per opportunity. I keep waiting. I keep hoping someone notices this column and asks me what performance means, because it's really, I think it's pretty neat. And it's useful to see if a player's over or underperforming their overall volume. This is the percentage of their fantasy points over expected of their expected points. So it's just one number divided by the other, but you can see a percentage calculation of how much they're over or underperforming their actual volume. It's real simple and yet really descriptive of how well they're actually performing on an expected point basis. I didn't even put a description in here. I honestly just thought someone would want to know what that means straight away, and no one ever has. So it's just here, and I look at it and feel like a failure every time I see it. All right, the next thing is so heads up, because I've done all that, I'm keeping an eye out, but I'm worried I screwed up the per game calculation somewhere because I added in the seasonal long calculations, and that usually means that someone's expected points aren't calculating properly. Well, the position, yeah, someone's position's out of whack. Okay, we just have an extra player in here. I can do that. I can mess with that. Oh, that's right. I've got to update the names in here. All right. This takes a while, but I have to. Oh, shoot. I didn't get that finished. You see, I've got. You don't see that, but I actually started calculating or counting, asking Excel to count how many teams a player has been on in a season, because I've, like, Deshaun Jackson, he's been on 2 teams this year, right? Connor, whoever's watching, there's 2 of you. Someone responded to me. But I was thinking about creating 2 different lines for Deshaun Jackson, one from team 1 and one from team 2, but I couldn't decide if you'll be more interested in looking at it that way or just their season total. But I needed to do it anyway because I needed to look up their most recent team for the purposes of projections. I don't want to be projecting someone to playing on a team they're no longer on. You know what I mean? So anyway, I've got that in here, but I've got no idea yet how I would ask it to look up 2 different Deshaun Jacksons, but it's possible now, at least. At least it's looking up his most recent team, which is Las Vegas right now, apparently. But speaking of which, I have to go update the IDs that are available for this season. And this will take about 5 minutes to filter, believe it or not. Excel doesn't like me at this point. What other views we got in here? Is this better? No, that's worse, right? I'm not. Excel literally needs a minute. No problem. Normally takes, honestly, about 45 seconds for one of those filters on the live database to actually filter. So I just have to wait patiently as the server, as a CPU tries to catch up. I have the seasonal tab set up through ID, so I just need 1 copy of every ID, basically. But where there are new players every week, I need to update it every week. And it's a bitch, to be honest. Anyone got a good video we can watch? Yeah, seriously. This is normally the point where I would turn on a YouTube video that you guys have no interest in, so I'm not going to do it. Well, we got the first filter done. That's nice. I don't want to mess up the IDs as a thing. I could create IDs plus team and then count those, which would mean I'll be inserting two Deshaun Jacksons, for example, with two different teams and the same ID. But I don't like adding to the IDs. Like, the IDs are pure. They come from PFR, and they let me connect it up to the college database and every other data set, and I don't want to mess with them. Yeah, I'm just literally locked out while it filters for 2021. Anyway, I think if anyone's paying attention, they'll like the updates I just did to the seasonal trends tab. It means the teams are always accurate to what's currently going on. It means you can easily look up their seasonal numbers or their points per game numbers if you can just scroll. I think I removed a bunch of stuff people aren't necessarily using as well. There we go. Oh, no. 46%, 50%, 55, 62, 71. It's working. All right. 623 players in 2021. Look at that. How many did we have from last week? And oh, no, I got to filter position as well because you're not interested in the cornerbacks or the defensive backs or the guards or the kickers or the tackles that got touches last week or the linebackers. Let's just stick to the main four, shall we? This is it. This is the magic. I actually still have college IDs missing, I noticed. I moved this mic around, so it's probably in the wrong place. But yeah, some of these college IDs are still unknown or literally fuck my life, because at one point I thought that was funny and that code's still written into my database somewhere. I noticed Kenny Yeboah got stats last week as well while I was doing the update. That's exciting. I can use that as a justification, surely, for still liking him. Tell you what, I got more comments about the Dynasty Crossroads this week than I typically get. I get DMs and comments about most episodes, but this week I got a few extra from people that don't usually send me ones. And I don't know, some of the best episodes are the ones where I literally just turn the microphone on and talk about this thing that I do, instead of the ones I spend, all week planning. The most popular episode I've ever had is still the one where I got the most popular person on, which is just kind of a sad state of affairs, 102. Okay, we'll take it. Usually I say we actually have 525. Wow, that's a lot of extra. Oh, I'm going to have to turn off sync or the stream here is going to lag out all day. Yeah, until tomorrow's fine. Thank you. Why do we have so many? That's like 50 extra players from week 13. Was there that much going on? I didn't think there was that much. Okay. Definitely have it filtered. Yep. So I have to add 30 more. Wow, that's the biggest one I've ever had to do. I've got to add more rows to accommodate all the new players with statistics. I think last year was more players actually had statistics than any other year I'd ever seen, going all the way back to 2000. And I think 2021 is going to beat it, to be honest. How many places I got? About 10 more. Back up to 2 viewers. How you doing? This is what happens when you don't announce or advertising, which is just fine. Honestly, this is a very off-the-cuff stream. I just thought maybe people are interested in asking a question early week. I don't have predictions yet, obviously, stuff like that. But they just want to chat. Who knows? Maybe you all just want someone to chat to in the middle of the day on a Monday. I know I do, because I'm busy doing this. On a Tuesday, this is my weekend. This is my Saturday. My week's all messed up. See, I'm worried now that I had 30 players missing, and that's not just week 13, but whatever, That's whatever. No point being scared of it now. They're there. Finally, at least. Or I've just added extra players in that don't need to be there. One or the other, Just kind of the fun events of creating a public database. Almost no one cares about, except me. All right. I've only got 3 spare columns now. It's the fewest I've ever had. Let's see. How many players recorded stats in 2020 again? Check that real quick. Yeah, 631. I got 631 players that recorded stats in 2020. 602 in 2021. Yeah, it's looking like it could beat it. Anyway, there's a high-low list is populating. Awesome. Now, the thing about the Tuesday update, well, one of the many things is expected points have updated for week 13, but I literally just had to update for week 12 as well because RotoViz finds some extra by the end of the week. Fortunately, the lag behind games and stats being available is still too wide. But by using this 3-tier method, using this app that Matt created for me, using the NFL Fastar and using Tan's NFL Fast or GitHub to download his passing and rushing stats, and then using RotoViz's weekly app, and also combining some of my own data from the main seasonal database that I have to do to keep it so it can update quick. and doing the schedule and also the Vegas lines myself, because they definitely don't go public quick enough or in a way that we can work with. Luckily, putting all that together means that I can actually get a data update done at the start of a fantasy week. That's good, just about good enough that you can start making projections and start making decisions for a fantasy lineup. Of course, by week 13, there's literally only four teams who are interested anymore. But, I'm going to want all these seasonal stats so I can plug it into the main database and hopefully find the players that are going to be undervalued for next year. So we got to keep up the grind, Got to add a few more extra for next week. I really think 2021 is going to kick 2020's butt for new players coming in all of a sudden. All right. Now, this is a part that this is something I might actually be interested in. I keep looking up other stats for my strength of schedule article, so I just decided to start putting them in the strength of schedule tab. So it's not just the expected points ranks and adjusted per opponent's average expected points allowed, as well as fantasy points over expected allowed, so efficiency and volume. I'm now looking up some basic passing and rushing stats as well for running back ones and quarterbacks, just to get a sense of what the defense is doing in relation to each other. I've also got the average running here across the top because I'm less familiar with it and I don't know it off the top of my head. Like a pressure rate for a defense on average is around 23%, it turns out. Did not know that. So 27% for Chicago is actually pretty high. Anyway, but the other thing I've got to do is update. I've got two tabs in here that I specifically use for projections. I want a smaller smattering of stats that my projections engine uses. So I got to update those. This is not a pipe anyone else won't care about. Not that that's funny. Like anyone cared about the first part, but you know what I mean. This isn't a tab that you'll see in the database because it's the same thing. It's just organized in a specific way. I can plug it into my projections engine because it's all moved around, and that was easier than anything else. Oh, that's a point. I have to update the team tab. All right, week 12. And this is for my projection thing as well. Set up. I've been setting up Discord. It turns out you can integrate Twitch and YouTube, my YouTube and Twitch channels, into Discord. And again, because I'm a complete boomer, more often than not, I had no idea. I've been trying to figure that out, which should make some of this easier. But appreciate you being in the Discord as well, Connor. Thanks. Yeah, team statistics. I didn't update that. I have to do this week by week for the team, otherwise it counts them the wrong. Because I've got it set up to count games, like the number of games they've played this season, and during a live season, I can't, do it in advance. Otherwise, it'll say they've all played 17 games already. Fix the formatting. There we go. Week 13 in the books. Look at that. Yeah, she took me you can't see this bit or any bits because StreamYard. But But this is a team tab, and this is a column that doesn't populate in the public one because you don't need it. It's literally used for calculating stats. But I have to have a week ID so we know how many weeks deep we are in the database itself, so it can find that we can calculate certain stats. Especially if you're looking for adjustments within season on strengths of schedule and stuff. And this little Excel formula, getting it to count which season it's in and which week, and if I had to plus one or not. That took me about 2 days to figure out how to do that. It's actually real simple when I look at it now, but it was I don't know why I'm talking like an airline pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll all like to buckle up. We're about to take off into week 13. Yeah, I've got all of the team stats are actually just constantly live because I want to normalize those to take pressure off the CPU, to be honest with you. But honestly, where stats because of that delay in publicly available data and games playing, sometimes if you turn them into raw numbers, then you have to go back anyway and rewrite the formula. And so I try to do that as little as possible, just so it was trying to create accurate stats, if not up to date. Might not be up to date, but they're accurate, which is the same as inaccurate, I guess. All right, I think we're good. Let's check this. Yeah. All right. Again, this is just reorganizing the team tab in a way I can plug it straight into my projection model engine, whatever I'm calling it these days. It's not different stats. It's just I already have that built in a certain order, and I didn't want to reorder everything again. All right. And now I have that built, I can create a static version, so all the formulas aren't live, and upload it to Google Sheets. Basically, that's the task. But I just realized I didn't save it. So. Close that out. 1 second. Processing. There we go. Hey man, I might have one viewer, and this might be the most boring stream ever created by a football streamer, which is saying something, to be fair. But it was better than continuing to dig a big hole outside to remove the underground drain guttering so I can unclog it. Because that's what I'm going back to. All right. Give myself a pet talk, I guess. Basic Excel users. What I'm doing is turning all the formulas into actual values, so the formulas disappear. But I have to do it in a specific order. Because some things are dependent on other things. Like my seasonal tab is dependent on the weekly tab. So if I normalize one before I normalize the other into actual values instead of formulas, then it screws up the formulas. We're just waiting for Excel to process that. And I'm probably lagging out. I'm real glitchy right now because my CPU is doing a lot of work. Excel, the reason, by the way, isn't like because I have a bad computer. It's because Excel has so much extra code. This is one of the advantages R and Python and everything else has. It's doing it without using all the extra code that Excel uses, so a moron like me can visualize things. Morons need the visualization, you know? Excel's meant to be for smaller tasks, I guess. All right, I'm bored. I need someone to talk to. Let's tell Twitter. All right, how you doing? Cool. Actually, that was pretty quick. Yellow means live formula, by the way, just in case anyone's watching this later and wondering why all the yellows, to let me know where I've got a live formula running. It's literally it. And see, I can't remove these yet because they're seasonal. This is still using them. Try to use yellow specifically for that purpose, by the way, because if I use it consistently, then I don't forget what it's meant to mean. All right, yeah, we don't need these. Usually, we should be pretty good by now. Positional averages, 2020 is lowering in points per game, finally. Actually, significantly, it's now fallen from the top to like the third, even since 2018 at wide receiver. Running backs, wow, tanking. Even tight ends, wow. So, seasonal averages for the team. I know, I just created these because I might come up with more extensive things I want to look at, but also there's good quick references for what's going on in this year compared to last year on a team level and a positional level. Also, Adam Hanstead once posted and I've got this one in the main seasonal database as well, like the average age of players in certain positional ranks. I usually look top 12, but he was looking top 36. Like the average age of players in the top 12 right now is 26, which is, again, right on the average of the position. Like there are a lot of over 26-year-old players who end up in the top 12 every year. This year, despite Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, is no different. All right, we can delete the sources now because I saved this in a secondary location. Doing it this way means that I can actually upload it to Google Sheets, by the way. Uploading all the raw data from all those different sources week to week. Literally, Google Sheets told me I had exceeded my data limit for the link, so I had to come up with this. Team stats, you don't need, nor do you want to see that. Wait. Did I did not. Okay, that was cause for concern right there. All right, strength of schedule. Don't need that. There's some columns I've got in here which are literally just for the ranks. So you don't really want to see the week-to-week results. So less helpful. So I gotta remove those. They are interesting to dig through when you're trying to understand an individual result. But anyway. What week we on now? Week 14, right? Why not? We'll wrap it. Yeah, see things you don't need. And there's a new, what do I call? Oh, crap. Why did that sort happen? There. Nope, right there. And I did another sort. Okay. Where I don't have these new stats filtered, I didn't have the filter stretched over the new stats, so I actually ended up accidentally misaligning them, which is an issue. Would have been an issue. Did I do any more sorting? No. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, we're good. Everything's super chill, man. We're good. Okay, now we can sort. Yes, now we can sort. All right. What did I say, week 14? All right. Oh, we got comments. Hey, J Mike. Sorry, I'm mid panic. Hey, Zach, how you doing? It's just me, you, and the walls, man. No one's interested in an early week stream, which I figured, but I'm doing it anyway. And who was it? It was a great hair guy, Tyler. DLF Tyler suggested that I don't answer enough questions. I was like, well, maybe I'll make myself more available then. Who knows? That deletes. Oh, well. So, yeah, that's what I'm at. I am doing it anyway. Am I recording tonight? Recording what, Zach? I mean, I'm doing a podcast with hopefully Dynasty Outhouse tomorrow. Technically, I'm recording right now. You can jump on now if you want, dude. Yeah, sure. if you want to. After I get done here, I have to go outside and dig up my drainage system outside, which will be fun. And then I have to come back in and finish reinstalling the bathtub shower guts. And then I'm mostly free, apart from, I guess Rebecca might want to go Christmas shopping or something. But yeah, it sounds fun. Being like a food truck, we just tweet out a link. We can do that anytime I'm not working. Yeah, just let me know. And is this not good? Like, it's just not good enough. All right, where was I? Dare normalize these. Yeah, that's just for me though. So I better snatch those before I upload this. Seasonal trends normalized. What I tend to do, if you care, is use this performance tag to do this. And then this, which means the seasonal, the high-low list. Why are the two Mark Ingrams? What the shit? Why are the two Mark Ingrams? Oh, it's doing it. Look at that. I did it by accident. No, there's just two Mark Ingrams. One, two, three. Why would this that's why there were 602 entries. I've got duplicates. I think I changed my ID system to do that team count, and now I've got duplicate players all over the place. So that's fun. I mean, that's fun because now I get to go through and remove them. So, that'll be a fun task. That'll just be lit. Two Anthony Millers. Who ever wanted two Anthony Millers? It's going to be, I tell you what, it's going to be those with 2 teams, 2 and 3 teams. So that should make it easy. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Where I counted teams. I changed the ID system so I could identify which week. Yeah, that's why. You all don't care, and it'd take way too long to explain, but yeah. I'm going to have to fix something in the way I'm counting original weeks, which is how I find one ID for every player in a season. I mean, this could work, actually, as long as I update the number of... I update which team it's looking at, but then I would have to redo all formulas so it was looking for team, not just ID. And like I say, I don't even know if you would want it that way. I think that's the way I do it in the main database. So yeah, that could work. Yeah, no one needs 2 DeAndre Carters or 2 Dante Moncriefs. Yeah, that's just nasty. Jordan Howard. 2 Mohamed Sanus. No one needs that. Yeah, the reason I'm still plumbing is because I'm not a plumber. It would have been one day's worth of work, but we got water in the basement again in a new place this time, but I think I know actually what caused it this time, and that requires digging a hole, but it also frosted yesterday. So if the ground's too hard, I might give it up and just do it all above ground. I'll need to buy some pipes to... What it is gutters filter to the ground, obviously. But then there's 2 pipes that run under the ground, I guess, because they were trying to make it look pretty, and then filter out to a cleared out section at the bottom of the yard. But what I think's happened is too much debris over the years has gotten into that joint and it's clogged it up, and that backed up the gutters, even though I didn't see it. I'm guessing that's what it is, because we got water right in the house right there. And I think you can actually see where the water's way down the yard or the ground literally long enough, there's actually a little sinkage, so you can see part of the foundation that wasn't painted is now visible. And I think it's because of all the water that's backed up over there over the years, because I didn't know it was set up like that. And so that's my theory on why we got water in the opposite corner of the basement that we usually do, if we do get water. And I want to do it because I can't... whoops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's something I can actually fix. Maybe, if I can dig a big enough hole. And that is not always the case. Anyway, no marking room isn't even on the list. Did I just screw everything up? Shouldn't be talking. No marking room 2021. He's still here. But he only ranks 7th in fantasy points over expected at the position. But his... expected point right now, he should probably still be in there. Oh, what did I screw up? Well, this is fun. I might need to fix that. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this. All right, we're going to go back to the main one and retry all this. That's fun for me. Plumbing with PA Howdy, episode 2, yeah. Fun! Working with data is fun. Okay, so what happened was there as I was talking too much and I ended up screwing everything up. Also, where I've got 2 copies of different players in there, it was calculating expected points ranks wrong. And so I'm going to have to fix it, basically. Otherwise, I don't think anyone else would notice or cares or even looks, to be honest, to be fair. But I would care. I care that it's right. Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to have to clear this. Oh, no. Cancel. Don't refilter it. Oh, God, I don't want to have to refilter it. No! What did I just do? We'll just wait another 5 minutes. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah. We got Facebook comments, Twitter comments at least. No, John, I'm not talking about Fortnite. No one's asked. Actually, the automatic shotguns could be a thing this season. That was my feeling after playing for a little while after you logged off. But damn. Tell you what, let's see if we can save myself from myself. Why are there little green check marks all the way over my desktop icons? Is that new? Aha. Okay, so I think, yeah, if we look for the first week, but also filter by we need them on their first team, then I'm getting the right number of IDs. I think that would do it. Let's find out. I gotta get outside before it starts getting dark, so this better be quick. I'm nervous to open up my email. Is that weird on stream? Like, what if I get a mean email and everyone sees it? Still going. I have to create a schedule for myself on Discord. I've decided I'm missing too much over here. Like a time I come in to answer questions and shit. How high is your confidence level in our Fantasy Cares Eliminator after you scorch the field in week 1? Sky high or astronomical? Not. I think I'm out of all of those. I think I'm literally out of all my Fantasy Cares Eliminators. Eric? I think I've been eliminated from all of them. Yeah, I'm eliminated from this one. And this one. Yep, definitely out of that one. That was week 1 exit. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. 581. Yeah, that sounds like a much more reasonable count. God. I even said it looked too high. At the time. Oh, yep. Oh, crap. Yep. I just created a bunch of blank spaces for later. Look at it that way. Oh, that reminds me. While I'm here. Yep. Yep. I'm waiting for my PC to sound like it's not trying to take. All right, that should do it. Let's save that. My feet are cold. It's a good sign it's winter. And I'm out of coffee. Okay. It's official. We've hit the end time. Okay. So 2020 is still pretty safe in the number of players who scored stats. Still think 2021 is going to give it a run for its money though, by the end. All right. Did we save it? Save it again just to be sure. All right, public. Yes. Honest truth is the reason the bathroom isn't finished, by the way, Zach, is I'm scared of it. I got it to the point where there wasn't water seeping out onto the floor and was like, that's probably good enough for a few weeks. Like, I don't want to do it and screw it up from here, you know? I want to do more. And end up ruining everything. Okay, same process. But with improvements, because we know where we went wrong last time. There we go. Can't do that. Let's do this. Turn off yellow. Unfilter. Gonna have to do that bathtub either way. I actually have an ensuite in this room. My son doesn't like to come down and use it, so he's starting to smell bad. Literally. My wife has mentioned that I have to get back to the plumbing a few times. So I have to do that at least. Even if it gets too dark to dig. I'm not secretly hoping it gets too dark to dig, by the way. That's like, I can do it tomorrow. I can dig tomorrow. It's fine. Oh, I mean, it's unfiltering. Okay, this is what it takes. This is Excel on weekly data. If anyone's wondering why I don't do play-by-play data much anymore. This is it. I might have to go get more coffee. But if I go upstairs, there's a risk that I get found and someone asks me to do something, and then I can't get back down here to finish. All right. All right. What could we start to delete? This. Don't need these now. Don't need these now. We can reorganize it, hopefully. Yeah. Organize this. Most recent week first. Right at the top. because no one likes to search. And we can normalize this now. Neat. And then we can sort by performance finally. Nice. Don't panic. Okay, week 14 by low list starts with Adrian Peterson. That's not a good sign. That's not a confidence builder right there. Michael Gallup, 14 points and underperformed. What a guy. That's underperform isn't quite the right word. Whole commit showing up. Normally a positive sign when someone shows up on the low list, to be honest. It means they were getting decent volume. But if they do it perpetually and they don't, pay off in it, that volume can go away. It's like a double-edged sword, as my history teacher used to say. Don't know why he used to say it, but he used to say it. I'm just saying I wouldn't have to do any of this stuff if it was just for me. Like, I can already see the results. I'm good. But no, I gotta make it all pretty. Or at least make sense for other people. And this is a high list. Ah, shit. Why do the wide receivers start? Jakeem Grant? He's a wide receiver, right? Yeah. Points. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not going to continue, right? That makes sense. Elijah Moore overperformed. Deontay Harris. Yeah, he does that. New Orleans, Ryan Griffin, that's a tight end name if I ever heard one. High-low list updated. For some reason, player syntax changed mid-season for some of these sites. A little consistency would be nice, sites. And DK make carefully that. Everyone thinks it's all fun and games. Initializing your first name. EKAJGJ. I don't even know what kind of pain it causes, Full stop or not to full stop? That is apparently a really big question for At least 3 out of 4 sites. All right, there we go. And actually, so that I don't lose, I lost week like 8 to 10 because I forgot to update the main sheet after I did that. So we're going to do that now too. No guts, no glory, get the coffee. Thanks, J Mike. I might. I've never walked away on stream before, but I just might. All right. There's week 14's results. There we go. Dyson safe. Fun part is that'll change after the expected point changes. That's well, after they update with more expected points information by the end of the week. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, we can that now. Delete that. Filter for the latest week because that's fun. All right. So much reorganizing. Move up. And then this. You guys don't want to see the week-to-week results still? Well, I don't think it would be overly useful for you. Put it another way. Okay. And the raw guts of how I make the ranks can go. And look, we get to keep the little descriptions now. Nice. Back up to 100 so I know what you see. $2021. All right. Now these I'm going to have to export to my, like I said, projection engine machine model Excel file, whatever. So I have to save it again to remove those for you. Yeah. We should be okay there. All right. Desktop free weekly update. There we go. And I can remove my projection engine stuff because that's for tonight, basically. While working on projections tonight. I'm always at least 10 hours behind by the time the week starts because the data takes so long to come out. Like I should be doing projections right now, but I couldn't do this until all the data was available. You know what I mean? All right. High-low list, seasonal trends. We can delete these. Anytime you're ready, Excel. That should have made it easier for you. Okay, there we go. I'm going to hide that because no one wants to see it. I don't want to see it. Oh, God. Yeah, an ergonomic chair or something, you know? Okay, we're going to sort by position rank. I found people like that. And then position, and then yeah. Then we can delete this bit. Clear that. Turn it from yellow to black. Superior color. And then remove these splits, because again, like I said, I like having them available for when we need them, but they're probably just getting in the way for you. That's not position rank. There's no way CJ Beathard is number 1. Yeah. What happened there? Oh, Justin Herbert. Seasonal rank 0. 2. Okay, my seasonal rank's broke. What the hell? Oh, okay, I can fix that. Okay. Points per game or seasonal rank? 1, 2, 3. That'll be a fun little formula I get to write later. What? I screwed something up there. Again. Okay, how did I screw that up? Anyway, doesn't matter. Go down to where the wide receiver meets the road. So funny. So funny, I should try drama. No. 2021, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Delete the blank cells, which usually filter to I filtered to nowhere this time. Neat. All right. Yeah, Tom Brady sits the seasonal rankings. That makes sense at quarterback. That now makes more sense. All right. I leave the team stats in here because I figured you might want to look them up. They're per game, and I use them to calculate different things. But I also figure you might want to look at quick team stats while looking at the seasonal stats. All right, that's that. Oh, okay, yeah. You don't need all this. You don't want all this. So. Hide that. We can delete those. You don't need my helper columns, although they are useful. I recommend them. Helper columns. Get rid of them. Interesting thing about interesting to me, switching from Google Sheets to Excel up to Google Sheets. So some formatting you just have to alter because it does not look right when you get to Google Sheets. Like, it's hard to understand. You don't know what's going on, kind of a deal. That's why I'm expanding these columns and zooming out and zooming in. Yeah, last week's 7 and 8 because I forgot to do that update we did earlier during those weeks. Well, not the update, but I backtracked it to go back to the main one. Righty-ho. Okay, we can upload that now. Should be just about ready. The one I pinned has just got 2021 data in it because, again, Patreon has all of it. Averages we'll leave in. Oh, in the free weekly we don't do this bit. Again, Google Sheets, the column widths just have to be a different setting or it ends up being too small. Unpleasant to look at, they say. That's upsetting. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're good. It just didn't matter. It just annoys me. If you don't select at least 3 cells with the same value, it thinks you want it to count, and sometimes that's what it does. So instead of listing everything as 2021, it starts counting 2021, 2022, 2023, and it's annoying. All right. I have to delete the version that's up right now so it's got room for me to include the update. And even then it starts to back up because it saves past versions in Google Sheets. And the weekly data is too much for it sometimes. And we keep having to find ways around that so that I can still get everyone free weekly data, which is fun. Yeah, I cheat on my Patreon posts. You caught me. Ooh. Oh, there it is. Whoa. I installed an add-in to use a certain stats package to Excel. That's what the beep is. It keeps coming up because I ended up updating my computer, updating Excel, and the add-in didn't come with it. So now it keeps telling me to remove the add-in, but I have. But it keeps telling me there's an error trying to use the add-in, and I don't know what to tell it at this point. So I get that error message constantly. It's trying to update the. It's trying to import it. Can I get the link from here? No. One hour, 31 minutes. We're going right back to the start because I screwed up. I think that's pretty good. I did about 30 minutes of it before I went live, but still, you know what I mean. 2 hours. 2 hours of free labor. There you go. I mean, I guess we could have looked at some of the stats. I don't want to really do that till I dig into projections, to be honest. But here you go. That's an error message. Let's see. Miles Gaskin underperformed again. Neat. Najee Harris. I don't know what to do with these guys. These guys completely dominate. Like Javonte Williams got 29 points this week, but he technically was given 31 points in volume, and so he underperformed by 2.1. Now it's fairly low because that's a meager underperformance. Adrian Peterson, on the other hand, scored 6 points less than he was given in volume. Usually I look for players who are highlighted as their expected points rank over here, and they tend to be the most interesting to me. Colton Sutton again underperformed, and just if we thought Colton Sutton was dead, he got given 11 points in volume last week, and it did tank up after those few low weeks of it going heavily to the running back position. I don't know. Colton Sutton could die on the vine. It's been a while since he's been good in Martin year 4 now, but I think it's exaggerated. Mooney had a tough week, huh? Devontae Smith keeps showing up on this, like, he only scored half his volume, essentially. Marcus Brown did okay, but should have done a little better. It was a rough week for Baltimore in terms of wide receivers, I think. Yeah, see, Sutton's getting 324 yards per touchdown. That will not maintain. He's getting more touchdowns this season. Brandon Cooks, I mean, it is Houston, but I think Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup are either going to start getting a lot fewer yards, but they're going to score at least one more touchdown, The timing of it is going to be the difficult part. Mark Ingram, man, still getting the role, but not scoring touchdowns well enough. Oh, there we go. Refresh. There it all is. Team averages. Anything else? Strength of schedule. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how much anyone else is using it, but I'm using that like shit this year. So, see what I mean about the column width? Always get them just slightly wrong for Google Sheets. Anyway. All right, that's that updated. Patrons, you have your update. I turned this into a voice channel. All right, now let's do the pinned tweet update. There it is. Tends to go a little faster because it doesn't have all those past years to deal with. Still got a glossary? Yeah. Appreciate the 2 views. I'm remarkably impressed you stuck with it. This is such a boring grind. I don't think people know how much manual work I do. Complain. Oh, I appreciate it, Jay Bright. Thanks, man. This is new, by the way, where you have to select how you want to import it. I did that fairly recently. I get it. It's just I've clicked on the wrong option more than once and screwed myself. I wonder if this was affected by that positional rank screw up. I better check that next time I come on. All right. It's updated. There we go. I still haven't found a good way of doing a tight end buy low by the sell high list. They're way too fickle. But Cole Kmet's 11 points last week did stand out. Travis Kelce had a bad game. Everyone's going to say he's done. But so did Mark Andrews, and he's young, you know. Tyler Conklin, 17 expected points. Must have got a couple of red zone throws. Something. How can Javonte Williams simultaneously be on the low and the high list? That is impressive, young sir. It's because they calculate different ways. I think I'll take him off my low list, to be honest. I think those 29 points say it all. Sony Michelle. That's because he got that role this week. I'm a Rossi Brown. Welcome to the party. Next Marcus Callaway, you know. Tyler Conklin's also on both lists. Sorry, that's funny to me. How many are on both lists this week? This week was wild, man. Jamar Chase finally underscoring his points. Look at that. Javonte Williams. And Conklin. I think those are the only two. Yeah. Well, it's not so much a flaw as an interesting thing I'll probably have to correct for first year doing it. Something like that. I don't know. All right, that's me done. That is a whole other process of getting that done. And since I had to do it in the middle of the day, really it's just me in here. I'm gonna go plumb, I guess. I gotta get some of that done, so let's get it off my to-do list. And I'll come back later and start working on projections. And according to Zach, we might be live again then too. So thank you to people. Hope to see you back then. Zach's interested in doing a live thing tonight. Or something, a recording session, something. I really do want to figure out how to integrate so I could like stream in Discord. I think that would be cool. It's got something to do with integrations, but Twitch isn't showing up even though I added it. I added it to my profile at least. Where's my integrations? Connections? Oh yeah, I added Twitch, I added YouTube here. Someone explain it to a boomer, please. As if I was a boomer. None. Okay. All right. What's a webhook? Spidey bot? New webhook. More Spidey bots? Delete what? Cancel. No. What? I don't forget it. I don't care. I don't follow any channels. It feels like I follow channels. Anyway, that's the thing I got to work on. Oh, I've already got a live stream thing. All right. Well, that's my bad. Integration? No. Anyway, that's something we might only figure out by this off season or something. But I think it'd be cool to be able to talk with Discord this way instead of just trying to catch up on all the comments. Whenever I can. All right. I'm getting out of here. 3 people. Appreciate it. I just did 2 hours of very boring. I tried to talk, but grinding out the data sheet. But it's available if you want to go see stats for the 2021 season. Hit up my Twitter profile. It's clicked right here, pinned right here, and it takes you straight to the thing that we just built. It actually takes you to the Patreon post, but you just have to click on the link, and it takes you right there. It's and if you've been there once before, you can take the Google Sheet history, and it's the same link. That's why I just keep updating the same link, and you can see, all the stats if you're interested. If you're interested in seeing the history of it, that's a Patreon link. I mean, it's up there, but you have to be behind the whole $1 high paywall to see it, and you have to be behind it once. Don't think I don't know that. Just once. It's fine, man. As long as people are getting some use out of it, I'm pretty good. So, yeah, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate it. Do I have? No, not really. DLF logo reveal. I could do that to end. Well, the Crossroads stream introduction. Yeah, I think we'll go for one of those. Why not? Anyway, Dynasty Crossroads release. Check it out on your podcast platforms. I guess if you're listening and you're interested in actually hearing me talk about something instead of working on something. And tomorrow I'm going to live stream on YouTube, Twitch, and also the DLF YouTube channel and their Facebook. They've got a Facebook. Who knew? It live streams over there as well with Dynasty Outhouse as long as he's able to make it this week. If not, scramble and find another last minute awesome guest like Cal last week. Keys already found out how to do it. See, I did this though. Oh no, there's other steps I didn't do. All right, well, I'm gonna figure that out. Anyway, so check us out tomorrow. Same place and also other places, live streaming about weekly events and doing Dynasty takes, mostly trade advice, to be honest, is normally what it breaks down to. Do I do this trade or that trade? Who do I trade for? And yeah, maybe tonight Zach will want to do something, but or hit me up. Let me know what's a better schedule. Obviously, the middle of the day sucks for most people. You're at work. This is my Saturday. It's weird. But trying to be as available as I can. Just a little bit more available. Just a little bit more work. It's fine. Anyway, thanks very much. I'll see you tonight, maybe tomorrow, definitely, and next week I'll probably try and do this as well because why not? I'm already doing the work. Appreciate it. Bye.